I'm starting doing video blogs and I've got a little bit of a problem. The problem is that I feel a little bit embarrassed. You're walking along the street and you're talking to a camera. Now, you're walking along the street holding something like this, going, oh yes, what a lovely day, and it's this, you're carrying this. Everyone's looking at you thinking, what is he doing? Now, I just want to try something a little bit different. I know we all do this, we all talk to the camera and we go along, and my GoPro works lovely doing it. But I just wanted to try something a little bit different. So of course you go on the internet, Amazon, all those sorts of places, and I found these, and these are called Sunnycams. Now, these are sunglasses with a HD camera just in the middle just there, and they record in 1080p. Now I know that there's privacy laws. You cannot go having conversations with people, recording them with stuff like this without them being aware. But if you're just walking down the street and videoing what you'd normally be videoing with this, and as long as you're not intruding on anyone, there doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. So anyway, so I've bought these. They cost me £120 of my own money, and I thought I'd unbox them, give them a test, and see how they look. I do have one other good reason for buying these. I'm going to an event next weekend. It's quite a high security event. You can film with your iPhones and stuff like that. So I can still film, but I wanted to capture some really good first person stuff. So again, I thought these might be worth a try. So in there, I've got the glasses, those, see, I've got a USB charging cable, instruction booklet, like a, elasticated strap so they don't fall off the back and lose them, something to wipe them with, a case with a little spring lanyard on, and also clear lenses, because these are sort of like UV lenses on there, but you can swap these out for clear lenses if you're doing stuff indoors and whatever. And let me just show you. Those are my regular glasses, and those are the Sunnycams. How do I look? The lenses are bigger than my standard sunglasses, and if you're a technophobe, you are going to spot that there's a little something there, but most people probably aren't. On the side, you've got a slot for your SD card and for your charging point, and you've got your on-off button, which I assume probably just starts recording and stops it as well. Unlike most men, I am actually going to read the instructions and charge the battery. There's no actual main charger included, only the wire, so I'm just going to plug it into a USB outlet and let them start charging, and then I leave that until the red light turns out.
Record noise as well?
I think so, which means unfortunately it's got to listen to the rubbish that she puts on the stereo. I do, boss. 4 hours, please.
4 hours, certainly.
Thank you.
You haven't got the odd one, have you? I'll give you a fiver, which just saves a bit of money.
Hang on. It's in my trouser pocket. There we go. There.
Ah, wonderful.
Happy days.
Lanes 3 or 4, there's plenty of space.
Okay, lovely. Right. Thank you. The audio voiceover in this segment has been recorded using the Sunnycams. It's about half a mile out, but it'll come in quicker than you can walk later.
Really?
Yeah. First thing to note is that your eyes must have gimbals built in. You don't realise how much shock and motion they actually absorb, which is noticeable from the camera. When you walk, every footstep and action is relayed to the image, and after a few minutes watching the footage back, it becomes really kind of annoying. If you're in a car or stood in a fixed position, it's fine, but general movement is just too unstable to use.
I'm not buying it or anything though.
No. However, if you're wanting to get a first-person view of somewhere, and you know how to keep your head still and don't try to be too clever, the footage is okay. Yeah. The 1080 image is clear, and the audio is, again, okay. With the audio on the wearer clearly louder. You would not get a conversation recorded if any further than a car cockpit apart. Wind noise is noticeable, but still acceptable. Do you know what I can't understand in there?
What?
I can't understand why it always smells of BO in there.
It always stinks in there.
Just body odour. It just stinks in there, and always puts you off buying anything. Lack of zoom, as with your eyes, is also noticeable from the footage. It really is a first-person view. Anything in the distance, if your eyes can't see it, the glasses won't either. Right, new pound coin on the left. Yeah, go on.
Is that an old one? Next time.
Old one. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Also, when you turn your head to look at something, you realise that your head turns part of the way and your eyes turn the final few feet. So sometimes it's possible with your head turned, you think you're recording something, when you're actually not. The camera has not turned far enough. Your eyes compensate for the rest of the movement. Thus, you do miss moments. As I say, these are definitely forward-facing fixed glasses, great for something technical or a sport which goes forward most of the time, cycling, rowing, shooting, or a build video for close-ups. Flip your head too quick and the camera seems to blip in footage, plus the stem on the left-hand side does get warm while recording. Also, the date and time are stamped in the bottom right of the footage. I can't seem to switch that off, and that's a pain. With all those negatives though, they do work, and walking around, no one gave me a second look wearing them. Back to the studio mic now, and this is a walk test compared to a Sony HX60V on a selfie stick. The Sony has a stability system built into it to give you a lot stabler shot, as you can see. Next, recorded side by side at the same time, an audio test. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. After trying and testing these for the last few weeks, I asked myself the question, knowing what I know now, would I hand the cash over again for these glasses? And the answer is no. Don't get me wrong, I'll find a use for them. I do mountain biking and that sort of thing, so I'm going to try and use them for that. But as for video logging or blogging glasses or something to help you out in that way, it's not them. Actually, I think I'm going to be stuck with this, talking to that going down the street. But, bit of advice for you. If you want a good camera to catch some nice stable images, spend £50 more and get the Sony. It gives a lot better picture than the Sunnycams. And actually, I think it's an all-round better package.